RedPandaMining here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day. This video, just want to talk regarding about the ice rivers and Kaspa mining. The network hash rate has been slowly climbing over the past 2 weeks here, notably over the past 2 weeks, because there have been numerous people I've talked to that have received now their KS1s and KS2s, and a lot of people have been getting their KS0s as well. So also been looking at, mining pool stats, a lot of different mining pools that have been going up in network hash rate over the past week or so. That is due to the KS0s, KS1s, KS2s that have been getting in the hands of people now, and the network hash rate is continuing to rise. So yeah, just wanted to clarify that with you all. This is something that it is going to get much more essentially difficult with the Kaspa network, as we all know with the Kaspa network emissions. As right now, the block reward for Kaspa is 207.65 Kaspa per block. Now, per second, that may change. I haven't heard if they're going to be doing the 10 blocks per second, which is on the testnet right now, which has apparently been successful, according to a couple people I've been seeing on Twitter. You guys can see here, 12 blocks, 8 blocks. Looks like the testnet has been working successfully. As well, I want to go through the Kaspa miners efficiency, also the dollar per gigahash, and just talk about which one might be the best price point in terms of their efficiency and the dollar per gigahash, as well as talk about some other things as well. A lot to go through in this video, but notably that right now it is an interesting time for Kaspa mining, as a lot of people are intrigued by buying one of these ice rivers, and a lot of things have come about over the past week here. I just want to talk with you guys and also talk about some scams that have been happening throughout Twitter, throughout Google ads and stuff, which there are a lot of scams out there, as people are seeing these profitable numbers on calculators such as Hashrate.no, maybe ASIC miner value, mine the ASIC. They're all showing the KS3 at the top of the chart here, except Hashrate.no is actually showing the KS2 and KS0. But for some reason, I don't know why ASIC miner value and minetheasic.com, they don't have the KS2 or KS1 showing on here. So anyways, let's begin, guys. First, I wanted to talk about the scams. This is a big one that a lot of people that have been purchasing these or potentially purchasing these, I did get a couple emails. People have placed an order on a couple websites that I've never heard of before. And I did place a community post 3 weeks ago saying that there's this website called iceriver.cn.com. Now, this website is legit a scam, because when you go to Google and you type in Ice River, there's going to be a sponsored ad, like an advertising. Somebody paid money so that they could get their fake Ice River website on to the top of the list, so people would click on it and place their order on iceriver.cn.com. But the actual Ice River legit website is iceriver.io. All right, that is the only legit Ice River website if you want to purchase through them, or potentially you want to purchase through Crypto Miner Bros for the KS0 specifically. Just be sure, due diligence, do your own research. You want to make sure you're purchasing from a legit source. There's a bunch of Twitter posts that I've been seeing that are advertising scam websites. There's this china-sells.com. Again, there's this iceriver.cn.com, which is a scam. Okay, and majority of them, they're only accepting crypto. So you know what that means. As you send your crypto to them, you basically have no recourse to get that back. So please beware, spread the word to your friends, family, whoever who is thinking about purchasing one of these types of miners. You want to go to the legit source, iceriver.io. And so they seem to be legit after, the past couple months here. It's been pretty nuts with Kaspa mining being extremely, extremely profitable. All right, so now let's just show you here on Hashrate.no. You guys know I have the KS2 myself. Still makes about over $600 a day. I also have a KS0. It makes about $32 a day currently. Not sure why they don't have the KS1 out here, because I know there are some people who have purchased the KS1s, which there's a fellow YouTuber who actually received one, Mr. Greater Good Mining. I'll talk about this in a sec. He's got a great post here. Also talking about coupon codes for those that maybe purchased these beforehand, and also Iceriver decided to lower their pricing for a few of these ASIC miners, so the KS1, KS2, and KS0. as well. Okay, it's no longer like $15,000, $20,000. You know, KS1 is now $8,000 because I guess of the KS3 announcement. Anyways, yes, these are extremely profitable miners as of right now. All right, so if you don't have one of these right now and you're hoping to maybe purchase one of these, you have to understand that prices of these ASIC miners can change anytime. The Kaspa price could crash anytime, and thus that means the profitability could be much lower than what you are seeing today. So just want to make that aware for a lot of people. When you see, you know, a really profitable ASIC miner, chances are by the time you get one, or by the time they ship them out, and as everyone starts getting them, depending on how many are being shipped out, could be a couple hundred of them, could be a couple thousand of them. Those profit numbers you're seeing today are going to change, and I'm gonna say, not financial advice, but I'm gonna guess that in the next couple months here, especially with the KS3s that may potentially be shipping out from Bitmain in August, as they said, or maybe Ice River in August, that these could then be pretty detrimental to the network hash rate. Not detrimental, what I mean by that, I guess detrimental to the price and profitability, of course, because as a couple hundred of these are going to come online, or maybe a couple thousand of these, it's going to make the Kaspa network hash rate much more difficult. So let's just do some quick math here, and you guys can do this yourself. I'm just on coinguides.org, hash rate converter calculator. So one of those KS3s is about 8 terahash. Okay, right now the network hash rate for Kaspa is almost, it's come down a little bit here, but as of recording July 4th, it is 1.32 petahash. So one of these Ice River KS3s is going to be 0.008 of a petahash. So we're going to copy that in. I'm going to go times, let's just say 1,000 of these KS3s are going to be shipped out from Bitmain. That's going to be equal to 8 petahash. So potentially the network hash rate for Kaspa could go up to 9 or 10 petahash. So for example, I'm on what to mine Kaspa calculator. I put in 8 million megahash. This is 8 terahash KS3, 3,200 watts, 10-cent kilowatt hour. Block reward as of right now is 207, okay, according to Kaspa Explorer. Also, according to the Kaspa emissions schedule, it is 207 because we are in June. The next part is going to happen in July. It's going to be down to 195 Kaspa per block. In August, it'll be 184. I'm going to guess in September, by the time these get to people's hands, potentially, maybe longer, maybe in October, I'm just going to say 174.6 Kaspa per block. So we're going to add that into the block reward calculator here. Now, the difficulty, let's just say it's going to go up 8, 9, or 10 times. Okay, that's just meaning to the hash rate would rise, 8 times, 9 times with the calculation we did with 1,000 KS3s. So we did this number times 8 or times 9, give us this number. We're going to copy that in as the difficulty is probably going to rise that much. We're going to hit calculate. And we are going to get then a KS3 with all of those online with the difficulty that much, okay, at 9 or 10 petahash, a KS3 will still be profitable at $213 a day at the current price of Kaspa. Do I think the current price of Kaspa is going to be like this when those KS3s ship out? Who knows? I have no idea, but you can go here and, change the numbers here the way you think it could be. And, profit numbers would change. All right. So just take into account as the network hash rate is going to rise, it's going to be much more difficult. Block rewards are also dropping every month. So just due diligence. If you do decide to buy one of these ASIC miners, that it is going to become less and less profitable per se as time goes on in theory. But the other side of it is, the other argument is, as there's now network security, in quotes, network security, that the Kaspa price should technically go up along with, who knows, a bunch of other news that could be bullish for Kaspa, such as the announcement with the integration with Now Payments from coinpal.io. I'm not quite sure how big this is, but a point of adoption nonetheless. So take that as you will. Okay, I'm going to talk about with Greater Good Mining. He's got a great post here regarding the discounted KS0, KS1, KS2s ASIC significantly this morning. They also announced that they are offering discount codes to those of us who took the risk and bought the first pre-order. It is a significant discount code, everyone. It pays us back for the unexpected and astronomical import duties that I feel a lot of us weren't expecting to pay. So for a lot of people who have been receiving their Kaspa ASIC miners recently, Ice River unfortunately did not lower the value on those miners. If you're in the US, North America, most likely, you also had to pay a 25% tariff on top of that. So that is quite a big amount of money extra that you had to pay on an ASIC miner that cost $15,000, $20,000. I know a lot of people who ordered the KS0s and they were paying an extra $400 on top of the $1,600 on the first batch. So that does hurt a lot, but good on Ice River for doing that, for creating a just noticing, you know, to the buyers of these first batches and giving them a coupon, essentially a pretty big coupon, and essentially making the buyer feel a little bit better. But look at this. Greater Good Mining said he just ordered another KS1 and KS0. You might think I'm crazy, and I'm probably am, but here's my logic. My second KS1 is costing me only 5K plus import duties. That's less than 1/3 of the cost of what I paid for the first one. Same math applies to the KS0. It would cost me less than 1/3 of my first order. Pretty awesome. Guys, go subscribe to Mr. Greater Good Mining. I'll have him linked down below. He's got an awesome YouTube channel. I'll put his Twitter down as well. Really funny, new up and coming crypto miner on YouTube. And he's got a bunch of content on the KS0 and KS1 as well. All right, another thing I wanted to touch on. Okay, so the KS3s now cost about $49,000. Still, the Bitmain one's 49. KS3 Ice River one's 47. I want to talk about the efficiency to show you guys here. So right now, according to the numbers, these are not concrete. You know, these could probably change. Silicon Lottery maybe. But according to my sheet here, it looks like the Bitmain KS3 is a little bit more efficient than the Ice River KS3. KS2, obviously, KS1, a little bit less efficient. But I mean, it's still extremely amazing for what is out right now currently. I'm more so about dollar per gigahash. So this is where you can look at how much you're spending per gigahash, and thus depending on your electrical cost, you could be getting your money back a lot faster. So according to the numbers, I did take up, you know, roughly the price points of these miners currently: KS3L, KS3, KS3 from Bitmain, Ice River, KS2, KS1, KS0. So right now, the KS3L from Ice River is $24,800. 5 terahash model, 3,200 watts. Obviously not as great as efficiency as the KS3, but because of the price, and it's down in half here, a little bit less than half, that it is $1 less per gigahash here. So depending on your electrical cost, of course, if you have much higher, then getting one of these KS3Ls, I mean, the efficiency, I mean, if you're looking at the profit numbers, it's still probably going to be amazing, depending on how many of these are going to come out. But just looking at this, you guys can understand that this would essentially be the best price, the best buy right now, if you have generally really low electrical costs. But personally, would I spend 24 grand on this? Probably not, because like I said in the beginning, as these start coming out, the KS3s, the profitability that you're seeing now is going to just drop off a cliff. Again, that's going to be dependent on the Kaspa price. It could go up much more, could go down much less. Who knows, right? Who knows? But generally, in past history, these ASIC miners usually come with downward price sell pressure because people are wanting to get their initial investment back. Another thing I want to touch on real quick, the Osprey Electronics. Now, this is an FPGA miner. I was hoping, I was actually hoping I could buy one of these. I was hoping that the price of these E300s would come down. But they're still $5,200. So even though with Kaspa coming out with their new, ASIC miners and such over the past couple months here, the Osprey Electronics FPGAs have not come down in price. So I'm guessing that they don't care regarding the Kaspa hash rate. They're now talking about, they have the Ironfish FPGA bitstream and also the Kyla Coin bitstream. So that's making it a little bit more versatile in a way. Profitable or not, I'm not quite sure. I haven't done the calculations. So maybe that's why they haven't really lowered the prices of these FPGAs. But maybe they're trying to be a little bit more competitive. But you guys let me know what you think about that. But in terms of mining for Kaspa, the dollar per gigahash, it just doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. It's not as good as these ASIC miners, obviously. Okay, that's it, guys. That's all I want to talk about. Hopefully, you guys are getting ready here. For those that are into Kaspa mining or ASIC mining, FPGA mining, are kind of understanding what is going on in this space, especially with the network hash rate rising. This is a pretty good indicator that, these things are now shipping out. People are starting to get them, and we'll see what happens in August or September. If Bitmain's going to delay these, if history repeats itself, most likely they're going to have a delay, hopefully, for those that have the existing miners. But time will tell. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one. Peace out.